Welcome back to Late Night with Echo. So we have a crazy story here. It turns out that FEMA fired one of their employees who was a supervisor because that supervisor basically told the workers that she supervised to deny aid for the hurricane victims because they had Trump signs on their yard. She literally sent it not only via email, but via a Microsoft Teams message. Hey, if you see any houses with Trump signs, make sure you avoid those houses. Do not provide them any sort of aid, regardless of the fact that they may be suffering or whatever complications they have from the hurricane that hit in Florida. Let's go ahead and read some of the article right here on ABC News. It says here, FEMA supervisor fired under investigation after allegedly advising team to avoid homes with Trump signs. A federal emergency management agency supervisor was fired and is under investigation for allegedly asking team members to not inspect homes in a hurricane-ravaged Florida town that had signs supporting Donald Trump's campaign, the agency said. The incident occurred when the unidentified FEMA supervisor was surveying damage from Hurricane Milton in Florida and allegedly instructed their members to avoid the homes that had the signs, the agency said in a statement. And FEMA Administrator Deanne called the incident reprehensible. Let's actually scroll over to this Fox News video right here. Let me go ahead and pause that real quick. So Fox News actually kind of talked about it a little bit, and now the whole story is going viral. Let's just listen to a little bit of what they have to say. Here we go.
Now, according to the Daily Wire, this is a staggering story. FEMA officials, which should be helping everybody, directed hurricane relief workers in Florida to avoid certain homes that had Trump signs in their lawn. Okay, here's the report according to the Daily Wire. A FEMA supervisor told workers in a message to avoid homes advertising Trump as they canvassed Lake Placid, Florida, to identify residents who could qualify for federal aid. Internal messages viewed by the Daily Wire reveal. The supervisor, Marnie Washington, relayed this message both verbally and in group chat used by the relief team. Multiple government employees told the Daily Wire. So now hurricane relief also politicized.
Yeah, no question. And by the way, there was already outrage that so many FEMA funds had been rated to give to.
Okay, so there you go. So Fox News did a segment on it. They released her name. Her name is going pretty much viral all over Twitter. People are saying she needs to be prosecuted, blah, blah, blah. It sucks that they put her name out because I'm not excusing what she did, but just I know she's going to get a ridiculous amount of threats and scrutiny. And just going back to the whole she should be prosecuted, I'm not entirely sure that she even can be prosecuted for this. I don't know. Maybe so. But right now, FEMA is doing their own internal investigation as to why she said that. I mean, don't get me wrong. It definitely looks bad, but they are in Florida. That is a stand your ground state. There are some crazy people in Florida. I mean, seriously, let's go to this story right here. You even got the story right here. Armed man arrested after reportedly threatening FEMA workers. William Jacob Parsons was arrested and charged in North Carolina after he was found with a handgun and rifle at a supermarket where a federal aid vehicle was parked. To read more of the article, a North Carolina man was arrested on Saturday and accused of threatening federal emergency responders who have been administering aid since Hurricane Helene ravaged parts of the state last month. The man, Jacob, blah, 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 William Jacob Parsons, 44, was charged under a law that makes it illegal to carry weapons, blah, 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 blah. It says here the Rutherford County Communications Center received a call on Saturday afternoon that a man armed with a assault rifle had made a comment about harming FEMA workers in the area, according to a statement. The man was overheard voicing threats at a gas station in neighboring Polk County, and either a station clerk or a customer alerted U.S. Army soldiers nearby. And you've got some crazy people out here. If she really did do this and it was intentional and there was no justifiable explanation, then I agree with you. She should get in a lot of trouble, fines, fired, never get a job again, all that, because you should not punish people because of their political affiliation. You should not be saying, oh, we're not going to give government aid to somebody because of how they vote politically or who they're voting for. Because at the end of the day, you're the government. You're working for a government agency. FEMA's a government agency. And you're not supposed to be partisan when you're working and using government resources. Government resources are supposed to be for everybody. You also have an investigation. Not only is FEMA doing their own internal investigation, but Governor Ron DeSantis is doing his own investigation as well. It says right here, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has demanded that Biden maintain all records regarding the FEMA discrimination of homeowners with Trump signs after the hurricane. We must ensure that any Floridian that was a victim of these political motives get the support and assistance they need after this disaster. And then you have this big statement right under here. And so, yeah, I would be more so interested in seeing what exactly the investigation turns up with, because, again, I've never heard a story this crazy. I can't think of anything like this where somebody said, we're going to deny government resources and government aid to hurricane victims because they're voting for Trump. Like, that just sounds so crazy to me. And the Daily Wire did obtain actual messages, like Microsoft Teams messages, that showed that she 1000% said this. But I just want to see what the investigation turns up with, because that's crazy. And if it turns out that she really did this and that's just what she decided to do, then, you know, she deserves everything that's coming to her, because obviously that's terrible. But just wanted to give my thoughts on that story. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.